Ever since the human player base began to brave the dangers of the unpredictable seas in search of new lands, stories have been passed down by generations of sailors, depicting incomprehensibly large cephalopods that would sink ships and drag unfortunate sailors into the abyss. For centuries, these players were ridiculed as the other human players did not believe that such builds existed. However, when the human players began to study sperm whales, they found beaks of squid that were way larger than anything that had ever been seen by any living human player. But such a build did exist, and it is none other than the formidable Giant Squid. Giant Squid have some of the most impressive base stats of any invertebrate build, having surprisingly high intelligence and mobility for their size. Their life levels are nothing to scoff at either. In terms of sheer weight and mass, the Giant Squid is one of the largest invertebrates out there. This is because of a phenomenon known as deep-sea gigantism, and can be found in players like giant isopods, giant oarfish and giant amphipods. Giant squid are extremely efficient predators. They exploit bioluminescence by using blinding flashes to confuse other players, and their long appendages allow it to grab prey from far away and minimize the chance of it getting away. The giant squid's high mobility comes mainly from one of the cephalopod faction's proudest achievements, jet propulsion. Jet propulsion is what allowed cephalopod players to easily move their character without needing to waste much energy. It is a useful ability for short bursts of speed or long migrations, and it's been the main way cephalopods get around even as far back as the Ordovician. If you would like a separate video on that, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel and comment down below. Their defense stats are a little low as they, along with the majority of surviving cephalopods, dumped their shells ages ago to unlock other abilities. A giant squid player's stealth is difficult to determine. They live in the deep sea, a biome where the stealth stat pretty much doesn't exist, which also explains their lack of the color change ability. A giant squid's damage stat is mediocre, and also its fatal flaw. While it can tackle small prey like anglerfish and other squids with no problem, giant predators like sperm whales and sleeper sharks win almost every single time a confrontation arises, usually leaving with little more than a few scars on their body. This is because giant squid players are usually unable to dish out enough damage to an enemy player, lacking anything that can score a serious hit. A giant squid player's eyes are very impressive. They grow to the size of a basketball and are very hard. In fact, the only hard parts on a giant squid player is its eyes and beak, which is shaped like a parrot's. The giant squid's lens is actually so good, humans have tried using it as a magnifying glass. The massive eye is reflective too, hindering an enemy player's vision. With all that in mind, where do giant squids rank on the tier list? While they have high intelligence, large size and high mobility, I don't see them as high tiers. The reason for this is mainly because of their mediocre damage stats and bad matchups. Despite all this, there is one variant of the giant squid that is slightly more viable, the Colossal Squid. Hailing from the freezing waters of the Antarctic, Colossal Squids are larger, stronger and overall more viable than the Giant Squid build. Unlike the Giant Squid's appendages, which are only lined with small teeth, Colossal Squids possess spinning hooks on their two long club-shaped tentacles, which differed from the non-rotating 8 arms that are lined with sharp hooks all the way down. The Colossal Squid build is the largest invertebrate in terms of mass, and it possesses the largest eye in the entire game. Not to mention its beak is even harder than that of the Giant Squids. Its body has a longer mantle than the Giant Squid, but has shorter tentacles, which means its reach is shorter, but also means that Colossal Squid builds are sturdier than Giant Squids. Are all these features enough to make the sperm whale matchup more winnable? As far as the evolution life community is concerned, no. Sperm whales and sleeper sharks are still known to prey on adults, and players in the early game are targeted by all sorts of Antarctican players. The Colossal Squid may still be B tier, but it is 100% more viable than the Giant Squid build, and definitely one that should be checked out. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button with a giant squid to tell them they should boost their damage stats, and share this video with all your sperm whale friends on social media. Comment down below what you would like to see on the channel next. Thanks for watching, and just to let you know, sleeper sharks are so slow that it is still unclear how they defeat giant squid players.